Some children sit and eat their lunch, but some want to play in their lunch break. And they prefer having finger foods like sandwiches or some nuggets or something. So today on How to Think Within the Box, we're going to make a creamy, cheesy vegetable sandwich. So let's heat a tablespoon of olive oil first. The oil is hot. I'm going to add a teaspoon of garlic paste. Now after sauteing the garlic for a few seconds, just add a cup of cherry tomatoes that are halved and sprinkle a little bit of salt. We want the tomatoes to turn a little mushy. So the tomatoes are quite soft and cooked. We'll add some pepper. So quarter teaspoon of pepper powder, not much. And then I'm going to add a cup of bell peppers, red and yellow. A colorful stuffing in a sandwich just works wonders with children. So now I'm going to add half a cup of corn niblets to this and a tablespoon of finely chopped celery. So I'm only taking the stick, not the leaves. So we had prepared a hunkered dressing for the paneer kathi roll. Now the same dressing I'm going to use in this recipe. You can go through that recipe of the paneer kathi roll for this hunkered dip. Now this is almost a cup of it. Our veggies are done. I don't want them to get overcooked and become limp. So we're going to shut the flame. Wait for this to cool. So while it's cooling, I'm going to add half a cup of grated cheese to this. Mix it well. If you want to add more cheese, you're most welcome to do that. But I think half a cup is good enough. Now let's wait for this to cool down. So the stuffing has cooled down. We'll remove this in a mixing bowl. Now to this, let's add half a cup of the hunkered dressing. Mix this well. Some freshly chopped lettuce leaves. It'll give that amazing crunch to the sandwich. And now let's prepare the sandwiches. Now I have 4 slices of bread here. I'm going to just chop off the sides, the crust. Some children don't like it. Well, I like the crust. Now this leftover kada or the crust, you can just make tiny pieces of it and make it like a pohe and have it with ketchup. I love it. So you can do that as well. Now for the sandwiches, first let's apply some butter. I have kept the butter knife nazdeek mein, but I'm using a spoon. It's okay, as long as you apply it properly. Yeah. Now we'll just drizzle some sauces. So here I have some mustard and some ketchup. And now just mix this well and spread it evenly right to the end of the bread. Now we'll just put the stuffing. Don't put too much. A nice decent layer of the stuffing. You don't want the tiffin to be messy or the kids to be messy while eating. But since there's cheese and there's hunkered, the stuffing will stick onto the bread. Now we'll cut these into triangles or rectangles, whatever the kids love. Now the sandwiches are ready, but I'm sure you would want to serve some crisps with the sandwiches. But instead of crisps, let's make some crispy baby potatoes. So now for the crispy potatoes, here I have baby potatoes. I've got 6 to 7 of them. I've boiled them with a little bit of salt. Now what you need to do is just mash them gently like this with your hand. Keep them aside. you can give a little more so that the children also share this with the other kids. 3 to 4 tablespoons of oil. Now I'm using peanut oil for this. Let's wait for the oil to get really hot. The oil is hot. Now just simply add the potatoes to the oil. Just flip them after a minute. I'm going to flip this again. So the ones that look crisp, you can start removing them. So now you can sprinkle any seasoning of your choice. It could be just plain salt and pepper. It could be chaat masala to give that little Indian touch. Whatever. So today I think what I'm going to do is sprinkle some salt and pepper. So a little bit of pepper, a little bit of salt, some chili flakes. And just toss this. And the crispy potatoes are ready. Now let's pack the tiffin. What you could do is just put a little bit of these crispy potatoes in the tiffin. And your lunch box is ready. For such interesting recipes every Monday, keep watching Think Within the Box with Smita Dev.